If you've ever felt completely drained by clients who pick your brain, ask for a highly detailed quote, and then just completely disappear, well, you're definitely not alone. Okay, let's dive into this. Today's explainer is tackling a massive pain point for service professionals across literally every industry. We're looking at a total operational paradigm shift. We are talking about transitioning away from giving your highly valuable time and expertise away for free and moving toward a strictly structured paid client flow. Because ultimately, this is about taking back control of your own process.
Here is a quick roadmap for this explainer so you know where we're headed. 1. From chaos to system. 2. Correct order of work. 3. A step-by-step guide. 4. Examples of paid steps. 5. A polite refusal script you can steal. And 6. Process automation.
All right, section 1, from chaos to system.
I want you to truly think about how exhausting it is to run a business when you're constantly dealing with the emotional and financial drain of no-shows, delayed payments, and just endless unpaid estimates. The source material highlights this highly relatable Reddit question, should service businesses ask for payment up front? And man, this captures the core frustration perfectly. A potential client asks for your time, maybe a quick consultation or a customized estimate. You put in the hard work, you calculate the pricing, figure out all the logistics, and then crickets. They vanish. They essentially use your free labor to go negotiate with a cheaper competitor. The fundamental problem here is that the client gets full, unrestricted access to your professional judgment before they've ever actually entered your business process. It is, frankly, pure operational chaos.
And that brings us to a brutally honest realization. This is not sales. This is an unpaid operational load. When you operate without a gated system, you, the business owner, become the bottleneck for absolutely everything. You act as the intake form, the estimator, the scheduler, the therapist, and the follow-up machine all rolled into one. Every single hour you spend calculating a free estimate for a client who ghosts you is an hour you steal from actual billable work or from growing your company. Doing this unpaid labor puts a hard ceiling on your revenue. And your CRM? It stops functioning as a tool for managing a smooth workflow and instead just turns into a graveyard storing the history of all this disorganized free advice.
Let's move to section 2, correct order of work, and see how this builds a much better framework.
So the crucial point here is understanding the shift from chaos to structure by fixing the sequence of operations. Consider the bad workflow. It starts with a lead, sure, but then it immediately descends into a tornado of free advice and free estimates long before any actual booking takes place. In this broken sequence, your calendar is treated as a free option, your customized estimate is treated as a free product, and actually getting paid turns into a frustrating chase. Now contrast that with the better workflow. It's a straight line. Lead, followed by a structured intake, followed by qualification, and then, critically, a paid confirmation before any booking happens. The formula is incredibly straightforward but deeply transformative. Structured intake first, paid confirmation second, and work third.
Section 3. Step-by-Step Implementation Guide.
Here are the 4 strict steps to transition your business and build an unshakable barrier to entry. First, you absolutely must stop answering complex questions in chat. Now, I know this is psychologically difficult because we naturally want to be helpful, but when someone asks for quick advice or a ballpark price, you've got to hold the line and immediately redirect them to a single, structured intake flow. Second, collect the determining details. Force the prospect to provide the information that proves this is real business, their actual budget, their timeline, the specific scope, necessary photos, the whole shebang. Third, gate the next step. Do not eagerly open your calendar or send a detailed proposal right out of the gate. The next step only becomes available after their intake is reviewed and approved by you. And fourth, add a paid confirmation to lock them in.
Section 4, Examples of Paid Steps. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the deep psychology behind charging up front.
We are often talking about a tiny amount here, literally just $5 to $15. It's incredibly important to understand that this money is not about making your business rich or massively boosting your immediate bottom line. It's a vital signal. A person who isn't willing to pay $5 to enter a clear, structured professional process will just as easily disrespect your time, ignore your calendar, and avoid your follow-up later on. This small friction point instantly filters out those free seekers.
And this fee can take so many different forms depending entirely on the norms of your specific industry. It could be a simple booking fee just to hold a calendar slot so you actually know they'll show up. It could be a paid diagnostic to assess a complex technical problem. It might be a standard deposit, a document review fee, or a paid consultation. Serious, highly qualified clients accept these fees quite naturally because they understand that they are paying for professional structure, guaranteed dedicated time, and serious expertise. They are totally happy to pay when the next stage of the process is abundantly clear.
Section 5. Polite refusal script.
Of course, setting these firm boundaries means you are absolutely going to get pushback from people demanding to just jump on a quick call or asking, hey, can't you just give me a rough number? When that happens, here is a synthesized polite refusal script based directly on the source's rules that you can use. Our process starts with an intake. Please complete this questionnaire and a small intake confirmation step, and then we will open our calendar for your detailed estimate. No intake, no serious review. You've got to deliver this firmly and be completely comfortable enforcing the underlying rule. No paid confirmation means no reserved time. Period.
Section 6. Process automation. Doing this all manually works, for sure, but as professional service businesses evolve, they consolidate these manual steps into a streamlined system to just completely remove the emotional friction. The source material answers several chronic industry problems by applying automation. If you struggle with no-shows, you automate the workflow so your calendar is inherently gated behind a paid action. If you constantly battle late payments, you restructure the system to move invoices way earlier in the relationship, requiring that deposit before booking. And for estimating, you automate a two-tier system. Basic direction is free, but an actual site visit or a written, detailed scope must trigger a paid step. The automation essentially becomes the bad guy enforcing the rules, so you don't have to be.
The source material points to software platforms like LFBoss to consolidate this entire path into one seamless operating system. Technology's job here is basically to act as a bouncer. The client goes through an AI smart quiz for their initial intake, they hit a paid entry step to legally and financially confirm their intent, and only then does the smart booking calendar even open up for them. Payments are seamlessly handled via automated smart invoices and deposits, and the entire relationship is tracked in a smart CRM. This kind of workflow rigorously filters out the tire kickers before they ever reach your desk, ensuring you wake up to a controlled, respectful, and highly qualified client flow.
And this brilliantly illustrates our final takeaway, straight from the source's playbook. Moving from a model of free chaos to a controlled paid entry system is not just a software update. It requires a fundamental shift in how you view your own value as a business owner.
So I want to leave you with this powerful, provocative question to completely reframe your mindset moving forward. Stop asking, should I ask for payment up front? Honestly, that's just the wrong question. Instead, ask yourself right now and build your business around the answer. What must happen before my time, expertise, calendar, or team is used? Set your standard high. Put your intake first, demand that paid confirmation second, and only ever do the work third. Thank you for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope this empowers you to finally take complete control of your time.